Hello and welcome to Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC.
A weekly podcast and YouTube channel where we discuss all things Wrexham.
So sit back, put your feet up, relax and let's get stuck in.
Hello and welcome to episode 186 of Me, the Wife and Wrexham AFC. I dread to ask this question, but how are you doing?
I'm all right. It's been a very busy weekend. We've been to Sheffield and back in the day. Makes the weekend feel like it just goes, doesn't it?
Ryan was very moody on the way home from Sheffield yesterday. Not because of the result, just because he's grumpy.
No, it was just sitting in traffic. I hate it, and it puts a real downer on the whole day when you're just sitting there. You know it's a 2.5 hour drive, and you're sort of like, yeah, that's fine. But when it then takes 3.5 hours, it's just not for me. It annoys me. Someone needs to put a motorway over there. That's all I'm saying. Because
it's a bit hilly, isn't it?
Oh, and it's just single file traffic, and it's a pain. And I remember it from the last time we went to Sheffield when we played Sheffield United. Didn't learn our lesson. Went again, and it was bad.
I think it was worse when we went to watch Sheffield United.
It was, but still.
Anyway,
what have we got on this week's show?
On this week's show, we talk about our Hillsborough trip to watch Sheffield United, or face Sheffield Wednesday. I nearly said United. I did say United. Sorry, Wednesday. We have Ryan's Welsh Word of the Week. We talk about some the players that have gone out on loan. We talk about the transfer window. We look ahead at our game on Saturday against Millwall, and we also have the quiz.
We do. Look, to all the people watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. It's free and it massively helps us out. Comment on the video if you want to get in touch with us. If you're listening as a podcast, then why not give us a 5-star review if you're enjoying it? And you can click contact the show at the bottom of the description if you want to get in touch. We're on social media. Just search at Me The Wife Pod. Or you can email us, methewife and WrexhamAFC at gmail.com.
Talking about social media, we had a lovely message on TikTok.
Yeah.
It was by Ethan WXM.
Yes.
I believe he's I don't know, he might be about Alfie's age actually. And he said that he enjoys our content, which was lovely. So I gave him a little. I looked at some of his videos and gave him a like and commented and obviously followed him. So thank you very much, Ethan. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do.
Yeah, we do.
So where do we start with players out the door? We'll start with Paul. So Paul Mullin has obviously gone on loan to Bradford.
He's gone on loan again
to Bradford until the end of the 25-26 season. He started for He was on the bench. He was on the bench for Bradford on Saturday. He came off the bench. I've seen some quite nice comments about him, his performance. A couple of people said he was horrible. Not as in playing style, as in like horrible for defenders to deal with.
For the other side, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, so, which is what you want, isn't it, really?
Yeah, he got booked as well.
Hey.
But yeah, look, it might work out to be a good move for him. I think gradually he will improve. It took him so long to get over the injury that he had. And perhaps a lot of people have sort of written him off at League One level. He had a stint at Wigan, didn't really pan out the way that anybody wanted it to, which obviously ended his loan spell. He's now gone to Bradford. Just fingers crossed for him, really. You know, I think everyone has got to be... they've got to accept the fact that we're probably not going to see Paul playing for Wrexham again. But we just want him to do well somewhere else. And if this does go well and it turns into a permanent move, all the best to him. That's all I can say, really. But I think for anybody holding on to any sort of hope that Paul might play for us to get again, I doubt it. I doubt it, if I'm honest.
It's been too long now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And, as time ticks on, he's getting back to full fitness, and he's playing, and he looks like things might click now and again, and then there's a little bit of a dip. But as all of this is going on, old father time doesn't stop for anyone, so he is getting a bit older with every week, month that passes, as he's gradually improving. And unfortunately for him, it's taken so long to get possibly back where he was before. Maybe he never will get back to where he was before. That, he's older now. And look, I'm not going to delve too much into it, but just good luck to him, really. I hope he does well there.
Yeah.
It's not anything... helping Bradford is not going to have any sort of negative impact on us. So, all the best to him. I hope he does well.
And also another one that has... This is not too much of a surprise. Look, just like the Paul Mullins, not a surprise going out, to be honest. But it's the club also confirmed that Andy Cannon will spend the remainder of this season on loan at, shockingly, Burton Albion. It seems to be they're going to be... soon, Burton Albion are going to be Wrexham number 2, because there seems to be
strange, isn't it? Because I don't even know. It's 6 or 7 players now that have gone from Wrexham to Burton, and yeah, it's just it's an odd scenario. But again, I love Andy Cannon. I do think that League One is probably the right location for Andy. I think he's one of them players that you could have maybe seen him shocking you and making that step up to the Championship, like a few players did with us. Dobbo, Sam Smith. There's a few that you've gone, I'm not sure whether they could make the step, and they 100% have, as we've mentioned on many occasions on the show. Andy might have been one of them. But because of his serious injury, coming back, the squad sort of moved on without him there.
Yeah.
So making your way back into that squad isn't always that easy. And I dare say we will never find out if he was able to make that step, because I think the squad's just gone too far away from him for him to get back into it. If you stay in one league for season after season after season, and you've got a player who gets a serious injury, works their recovery and comes back, and you're still in the same place that they left it, then you could see him reintegrating back in. Might find it difficult, but you could see that happening. That hasn't happened for Andy. The last time he played for us was in League One, and everything's moved forward. So, Jimmy left, and he just couldn't cope with being at Wrexham without him.
There was a funny video actually on Burton Albion's TikTok of somebody asking George Evans to guess the signing, and then it was funny because he was sitting there and he was like naming all these people, and then Andy's head just popped round and went hello. So that was funny. I'm kind of glad he's gone to a team where there's guys who he knows, because I think him and George Evans got on quite well.
I don't know, if I'm honest.
You just don't know. But I'm glad that he's able to, play football again. And it's like I hate this time of year. I hate the transfer window in the summer and in January. But I'm kind of learning now that it's needs must, and we need to let players go out on loan to enable them to enhance their careers and also make space for other players to come into our team. Yeah,
definitely. 100%. Just a quick one on Jimmy. He played for Derry the other day, and he got an assist as well.
He did. And there was a video, I think it was on X this time though, See, I spend a lot of time on social media because I try to find like information and stuff. I don't just scroll aimlessly. I do have a reason.
Yeah, you do that as well.
I do. But there was a video just after the assist had happened, and who were they playing?
I can't remember now.
Anyway, he basically was walking past. I think they were playing at home.
No, I think they were away.
Were they?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he was walking past a stand, the stand that was behind the goal that he just assisted with the goal, and he basically, typical James McLean, was basically just like telling him to like calm down,
taunting him, which
is lovely to see. And you know, he had a big smile.
Lovely to see.
It's lovely to see. Good old Jimmy.
Another one out the door. Conor Coady.
Not going to Burton Albion.
Not going to Burton Albion. He's gone to Charlton. So he's remained within the Championship. He again, another loan till the end of the season. Don't think he was ever going to make his way back into any sort of starting 11, or, you know, he scored that own goal against QPR when we played them at home, never featured again. So, yeah, he's gone to Charlton. He played the other day. He didn't play in defence. He played as sort of like a holding midfielder. And to all the... You know, from what I've seen, he played quite well.
I think all Paul Mullin, Bradford won, Conor Coady, I think Charlton won.
They did, yeah.
And Andy, I think Burton Albion won as well.
No idea. I don't know.
I believe that is true, but
okay.
Yeah.
I believe that is true.
I believe.
Look, let's talk about the transfer window. There is a little bit of a caveat to this. Now, for anybody who watches the show regularly, you will know that we record on a Sunday and we release on a Monday. Now, it does become problematic that on rare occasions, this is one of them rare occasions. We are going to talk about the transfer window in general, although when this episode comes out, there will only be an hour of the transfer window left. We may have made 1, 2, 3 signings that at this moment in time, as we are recording, we are not aware of.
They're just rumours as it stands at this moment in time.
So we are not going to dwell on this. We will talk about this a little bit more in depth next week because of when we actually release. So, hopefully you understand that. Look, there's a couple of rumours. The strongest is probably Zach Viner.
Seen in the turf, apparently.
Apparently seen in the turf with a really shoddy, poorly taken photograph of somebody that vaguely looked like him. Central defender would be a really good signing. Left out the squad for Bristol City on the weekend when they played on Friday night. Although he is injured and he wasn't in the squad for the game before that either.
Why are we bringing people in?
Well, we don't know if we brought him in. That's the thing. So, yeah that's the strong rumour. Sammy Smonix is another one, sort of like a midfielder, attacking midfielder. Was really good a couple of seasons ago at Blackburn. Went to Ipswich, played in the Premier League, few injuries, didn't really work out for him. He's back on the market again. And the last one is obviously Adam Armstrong, Southampton. He did not play on the weekend. So there's lots of rumours. We'll see how many of them 3 actually come off by the time that this episode comes out. And we will talk about them a little bit more next week. But it's pointless dwelling on it at this point.
Yeah.
We do have full-time jobs, so this is the only time we can record, unfortunately. So we can't really delve too much into it this week. But hopefully all 3 of them. I'd be very happy with all 3 of them. That would be great. Well, let's talk about Poland.
My dad's asked me if I fancy a trip to Krakow.
I would like to go to Krakow.
Okay.
So anyway, Wrexham, to celebrate their 120th year anniversary, we have been invited to play Wisla Krakow as part of our pre-season preparations. Wisla,
I would have thought.
Wisla Krakow. Anyway, they are based in Poland. The game will take place at the Cyrenese Arena.
Cinerise.
I thought you were correcting me because you knew.
No, but I'm assuming it's either Cinerise or Cinerise.
Cinerise.
Who knows?
It's
just an arena in Poland.
On Saturday, July the 11th.
Maybe you could ask some of your Polish colleagues.
I could do,
and see what it actually is. Not that it would help this episode, but
no, not at all.
No.
I will ask. Maybe I'll get one of them to record it, and I'll play it out next week.
Oh yeah, like you could do.
Yeah, I might do.
No, they won't do that.
Yeah. Anyway, look, excited. Never been to Poland. I would be quite interested to go, if I'm perfectly honest. This normally the tours, pre-season tours, fall when we take our holiday. We have a smallish window to go on holiday as a family because of when school finishes and when the season starts. So we try and make sure that we're not missing anything. There's quite a small window there, and that's usually when the tour of the US was on, the tour of Australia was on. And I'm not saying we would have gone to either of them,
wouldn't.
but it's these games usually fall while we're on holiday. Mm-hmm. This is a couple of weeks before we're due to go away.
Yeah.
So a little trip might be on the cards. I think I might have to price it up. See how it goes. I have seen lots of people on social media already booked hotels and flights. So it might be quite difficult to actually get over there, if I'm perfectly honest. So
we could drive.
No, that's too far. I was annoyed at 3 hours in the car going to Sheffield. I'm not driving to Poland.
We used to do it all the time when I lived in Germany. We used to come over.
Yeah, but you didn't have a job then, did you? Because you were a child.
I was a child.
So, that's not for me. That is not for me. Maybe we'll rent a private plane.
Oh, yeah, because we're loaded, aren't we?
Maybe. Look, I'm excited. I am excited for that. And I think it's something that I would quite like to do.
Okay.
But we'll look into it a little bit further and we'll see how we get on.
I don't mind Poland because it's not that far on the plane, is it? So.
Okay. Yeah. All right then. So we'll keep you posted whether we're going.
It'll be the Williams Wasses on tour, I think. Cause my dad...
Pool, Poland in Welsh.
Oh, just thought you wondered why you were like...
Well, the reason I'm bringing it up is because it's time for...
Welsh Word of the Week, Welsh Word of the Week, Welsh Word of the Week, Welsh Word of the Week. Now, before we do this,
yes,
Laurie messaged us today.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't forgotten.
Okay.
He never steps away from a challenge, he said.
Yeah.
So he will be sending his recording
of
his jingle for Welsh Word of the Week.
We will
watch this space.
We'll wait with bated breath.
Yeah, I think obviously Laurie does have a life.
Yeah.
So So we'll when he gets a spare minute or whatever, he will send that over to us and we will play it. We may take it. It may be the Welsh Word of the Week.
Hey, it may. We might do a little competition.
Let's do a poll.
A poll for which one do you prefer? Oof, that's great, exciting times.
Vote for Laurie's.
Look, this week's Welsh Word of the Week. Kept it really simple this week. Do you want to have a go before I read it out?
Ennill.
Ennill. Yes, very good. So this week's Welsh Word of the Week is ennill. And that means...
Dull?
Dull?
I don't know.
It means win.
Oh, does
or
it?
Winning. Yes, it means... ennill means win or winning. We're doing pretty well at the moment. We're winning pretty concurrently away from home.
We scraped a win yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Sorry,
Saturday. Yes, so... I thought win would be a very apt Welsh Word of the Week this week. So it is ennill. If you'd like to have a go, send it in and we'll play it out on next week's show. Shall we talk about Sheffield Wednesday?
Let's talk about Sheffield Wednesday. So as Ryan mentioned before, we were there. We went there. We travelled across
slightly
Sheffield.
Up and across.
Yeah, it was not the best. It wasn't too bad going. It was all right going.
It was all right. It's about 2.5 hours. We made good time. There's basically so your motorway, And then you get to a point where the motorway stops and you go over something that's called, is it Snake Pass?
I have no idea.
Is it called Snake Pass? It's basically lots of it's like a single carriageway, both directions, and it just winds its way through the hills and mountains, and you go over the top and back down again. And like Sean said, it was all right going. Just coming back, it was so busy.
It was raining.
Yeah, it annoyed me a little bit. But look, few changes on Saturday. So Kakache started on the left in place of Thomason from last week. Smith came in for Moore, which I liked, because I think Smith has only really been getting chances when Moore's not 100% fit.
Yeah.
If Moore's 100% fit, he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, against QPR last week, I found Moore to be quite ineffective, and he was sort of played out of the game by the defenders. So I like that Parky's gone, do you know what? I'm not just bringing Sam in because Kiefer's not quite there.
Yep.
I'm bringing him in because at this moment in time,
he's doing well.
And he's probably ahead of him for this week, or this small period of time. I think Sam's slightly ahead of him. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's something that could be said consistently throughout a whole season, that Sam would be number one and Kiefer would be number two. But at this moment in time, Sam's doing well, playing well, scoring. So why would you not put him in? And I think that was very much the right decision for me. Windass was back in to obviously play against his old club. Cleworth came in for Dan Scarr, who we saw.
Yeah, we did see Dan Scarr. We were waiting in traffic, and he just toddled by with his, I'm assuming his family, with his little suitcase, going some. I'm assuming he parked where we parked, because there was nothing down there. It was just a college.
It was just odd because obviously the team travelled together.
Which the bus was next to. We saw the bus as well.
We saw the bus. So the team travelled together, and then we're waiting to get out. So we parked in Sheffield College, at the Hillsborough campus, and we parked there. There was a bit of a queue to get out, and Dan walked past, like Sian said, with family or whatever that might have been. So the assumption is he wasn't going back on the bus. He must have just been going out with family or wherever it might be. And it's strange, isn't it? Because we see these players week in, week out.
Yeah.
But when you see one in the wild.
Yeah. I just want to Google something about Dan Scarr.
It was sort of like, we saw him, people were shouting him out the window. But it was, so we saw him walking past us. And, look, first...
He's from Bromsgrove. Sorry, we were trying to figure out
you should have just asked. I knew that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was Googled yesterday because we were wondering if he was from Sheffield. So he'd met up with family who were in... Look, I'm not saying his family don't live in Sheffield, but he is from Bromsgrove, yeah. Look, another very poor first half at Hillsborough. Second away game in a row where we just haven't been at the races.
It was so dull. I think the problem we've got is, I think because of the game against QPR was so exciting. I mean, don't get me wrong, the first half of that game wasn't great.
Well, it was awful. But, like I say, it's 2 games in a row now where we've been dreadful in the first half. And I do sort of feel like at QPR we got bailed out a little bit by 2 very good late goals. Because if you just take them away for a second, we were better in the second half against QPR.
Yeah.
But the game in its entirety was relative. We had a 25-minute period where we looked very good against QPR. But there was a good 70 minutes where we were really off it.
And the same
Saturday.
Same Saturday, yeah.
First half was really terrible. And I think, I was talking about getting bailed out against QPR. I feel like we were bailed out on Saturday by playing a team who, and I'm not going to have a go at Sheffield Wednesday. I really like their fans. We had good chats with a few of them pre-game.
Yeah, we
and they were telling us about their owners and how they're really thankful to the Wrexham fans for everything they did, when they needed it. And, I've got nothing bad to say about them. But let's be honest, this is a team who are quite clearly below par for the league that they're in. And that is not anything, that's not their fault at all. They've been put in a horrendous situation. They can't sign players. They're having to use very young, sort of like youth players, and whatever they can scramble together on loan. At times they looked very good on Saturday.
They did.
But
certain players did, yeah, definitely.
But they're just, as a team, they're not at the level of a championship team. And that's obviously shown in the fact they've only won one game this season. And you can sort of see why. There's a few players quite off it. There are a few good players. I'll talk about them in a minute. But they don't seem quite as cohesive as they should be. Well, why would they be? They've got lone players left, right and centre. They've got young lads. They've got a lot older. Talked about their defence. I think it was 19, 20 and 35 or something. So it's a real mishmash. And I think we got bailed out with that on Saturday. The fact that we were playing a team with that squad really bailed us out, because I genuinely think we play anyone in the top half like that, we get turned over. We're probably 2 or 3 down by half time playing the way we were.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It was I'm not one to just. This is a podcast at the end of the day, and we can't just sit here waxing lyrical about the squad because they're winning games. We have to analyse it, to a degree. And the first 45 minutes of the last 2 games has not been good enough. If you're serious about, it depends what are you serious about this season? We're in the playoffs now, and do you want to keep winning games or not? Because you can't keep putting in 45 minutes like we have been the last couple of weeks
and expecting a win.
Yeah. You just can't. We have, like I've said, 2 weeks in a row, we've been bailed out by something. But yeah, they were talking about that. There was I just sort of half mentioned it when I was talking about the Sheffield Wednesday fans. We had a nice message, didn't we, on the advertising sort of boards facing us, where it said, "Thank you to everyone at Wrexham AFC for your solidarity and generosity when we needed it the most," which is a really nice touch. For anyone who doesn't know, so Sheffield Wednesday had this horrible owner called, I can't remember his first name, Chansiri, anyway. And he sort of run the club into the ground completely. The EFL finally stepped in and have banned him from owning a football club for the next 3.5 years, I think, in the EFL.
Should be banned for life for what he's done to Sheffield Wednesday.
There is that argument, isn't there? And that's why they're in the situation that they're in. They're probably trying to compete in the Championship with a League One, League Two level team, which is, really difficult and can be very soul destroying. And they already know that they're relegated, not mathematically, but based on the fact that they keep losing games and they don't have players at the right level to sort of compete.
It's so sad.
It is,
so sad.
And I'll be honest as to why I wanted to go on Saturday. That I was quite worried that this might be the last opportunity that we get to go to Hillsborough, because when they, obviously Chansiri's gone now, so you'd hope someone went in there and actually started to build the club back up. But they're already in, if they're in a situation where we've seen clubs disappear before, and you hope that it doesn't happen to them, but it could. You know,
It quite easily could have happened to us.
Yes, and I think, you know, you sort of just want to. It's such a historic ground that you want to go to these places.
Do you think, with that in mind, because it was actually Laurie who said that he felt like we felt sorry for them on the pitch, and we were kind of holding back play and pressure and all that kind of stuff to give them a chance. I know it's. I know that's not what happens.
I think you're talking about subconsciously, aren't you?
Yeah, not like they haven't sat in the dressing room going, right, we're gonna play really badly,
or just consciously as individuals thinking, you know, we can't just. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I doubt it. Because
at the end of the day,
as a professional sportsman,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to you. I don't think the situation of the club that you're playing against. You want to go out and you want to win.
Yeah.
And so I would doubt that, but you know, you don't know. First half stats, we had 74% possession. But
nothing to show for it.
Absolutely nothing to show for it.
It was just, there was a lot of hoofball. There was a lot of. I can't even analyse it. It was just dull. It was embarrassing, if I'm honest.
Well, there's a lack of intensity to it. There's a lack of ideas. It was side to side and backwards.
Oh my God, they recycled the ball so much. It was like, please, just go forward. Just take a chance.
I mean, it is a bit of a running joke that when we get throw-ins, quite attacking throw-ins, you know, right down the old Ben Tozer zone. You know, where you get throw-in, you go, that's going to end up in the box. I would argue that it's not that difficult to take a throw-in, make a pass, and cross the ball in. But we get in them positions, and I can almost guarantee within 10 seconds of taking that throw-in, the ball is back on the halfway line with our centre-backs trying to build up again. We're struggling to build anything and to gain to have any sort of incision into a team because we're so slow at what we're doing.
Yes,
it's so slow, and I don't care what level your team is at. I don't care how young your team is at. If you play really slowly, any team can regroup and get into position to close off all the avenues that you can pass through. We started to get joy later on by going, right, put the ball down the side for Issa to go and chase. And he was quicker than the lad that was marking him. And he was burning him every single time. But that was 1-2, pass in the gap, let Issa go and run at it. But there was none. It happened once or twice in the first half, but it was so laborious at times, and you are very right that it was boring to watch at times.
Sometimes you know, somebody said sometimes you just have to win ugly.
Yeah, I think that's one of the comments I've got later on, and but it was, you know, it very much was. I mean, I still to this day I worry about Nathan Broadhead. Because there are times and where he just doesn't look interested. And I do worry about what goes on in his head at times because he has all the talent in the world and he can unlock things and make things happen and he can score goals and he can be such a good player. But it's not when things are going wrong. It's just when things aren't going quite right. He just everything about him seems to sink. And he just seems to trundle around and not want to put a tackle in and not close people down. And I don't know. And I'm not a big fan of just focusing on individual players. But he stood out like a sore thumb for me on Saturday.
He has quite a few times, if I'm honest, in a few different games.
Yeah, he just doesn't look completely interested in what's going on around him. And you never know what's going on, behind closed doors. But
that's why we don't
and that's
goad individual players, because you just don't know.
But it was so obvious on Saturday not to bring it up.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know. It has, like I said, it has happened in a few games, and I don't know. Maybe it's because he's not getting started every single week.
But
maybe.
That's 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
He's away games in a row that he started.
Yeah.
So
which then you kind of think, is there something going on
that he's
outside,
not happy with?
Yeah, that he's not happy with. Is it to do with the team, or is it to do with something that's happening outside? And people say, don't they, that you should be coming to work to do a job and kind of leaving your emotions and personal things out of it. But sometimes, depending what that personal thing is, it's hard to. But we don't know whether it is something to do with within the club or something outside of the club. We don't, and there's always something. I mean, with the QPR game, it was because Windass didn't celebrate his goal. Everybody was like, surmising about, what's going on with him. But apparently, I read with Josh Windass, his dad told him, only celebrate something when you're winning.
Right. Okay.
So maybe that's something to do with it. I don't know. But with Nathan, has he? I don't know. It's really difficult, and it's kind of one of those things where we have to kind of just wait and see.
Yeah, I think so. Whenever he scores, he celebrates, and he's always really excited to score. It's just in certain games, it doesn't ever feel like he gets going, and that he's really not. He's not there, and he's not in the moment. But yeah, like you say, we'll have to wait and see. I think it says a lot for a team when you're we're talking about side to side and backwards all the time. I think it says a lot when your most progressive player, the one that's always looking forward and always wants to, get things moving forward, is a central defender. Callum Doyle, in fairness to him, look, I'm not sure he had a fantastic game either, but he wasn't on his own. I think it was pretty much everybody.
It was a team effort.
Yeah, it was a team effort, yeah. But I think when he gets the ball, he always wants to move it forward.
He does.
And if there isn't anything in front of him, he will try and create that. He will move. And I think that says a lot about when he's standing out as the person who is trying to get the team forward.
One of the youngest players as well.
Youngest players, defender. I think that's quite a damning indictment on everybody else of how side to side and how backwards our play is at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's very good at that, and I think I'm so glad we've got somebody who's willing to do that. You've got 2 extremely defensive-minded midfielders in Matty James. And
he was awful on Saturday.
And Ben Sheaf, we'll come back to that. They're two very defensively minded, and it's not always about getting the ball forward. It's about hold on to it, pass it. Nothing there. Let's go back. A football game's 90 minutes long. You do have time. You do have time to hold on to the ball and go, right, there's nothing in front of me. Let's go sideways. Let's go back. Let's build again. Let's try and draw them out. But sometimes you just need to go. I feel like you get stuck in a rut with doing that.
Yeah.
And you forget the overall objective of a game is to go and score some goals. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I didn't think Matty James was awful on Saturday.
There were times where he was.
Okay.
There was time, but like you said, they all had their moments on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Your opinion's your opinion, but I thought he was all right. I don't think he was fantastic, but I thought there was worse players than him on Saturday. But it's one of them, I suppose. Second half was better, but probably still miles off it. I think we unlocked Issa a little bit more in the second half. I think we realised that Issa had the beating of that of the left back, and we just kept on sort of peppering balls out. At times that was laborious as well, but it really, that's where the goal came from. You know, Sam Smith, another goal. He scored in the last 4 games that he started. So, you know, it's one of them you could argue that maybe
When was the last time that Kiefer scored?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. It's been a while, I think. But
Just saying.
yeah. But, you know, that's why he's starting. You know, because Parky recognises that there's a player there who is on form and is scoring.
Yep.
And maybe one that's in a little bit of a lull and hasn't scored for a little bit. He scored against Sheffield United, didn't he? That was Christmas.
Boxing Day.
All right. But I can't remember. I'm
February
not...
the 1st now.
Yes, okay, all right.
Oh, sorry, February the 2nd.
But he has been out a little bit.
I
as
know,
well, so,
I know.
It's not, you know.
I know.
Yeah, look, I think it sounds a bit doom and gloom and might sound a little bit, well, come on, you've won. So let's not be completely, you know, down in the dumps about it. Take the points and run, I think.
Yeah.
Is it take the points and run, or is it a little bit of a cause for concern?
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
Bit of both. I think definitely, you know, we're not giving the 3 points back.
Of course we're not, no.
Why would you? And I think we do have to look at how we're starting games, how we're progressing through the first half, not just the second half. Basically, we have to, you know, be more consistent in putting a performance on the pitch. I keep saying we. We've got nothing to do with it.
You're very right. I think you're very right.
It's nice to be right sometimes.
Is it a positive that we're playing poorly and still winning, or is it concerning that we're not playing well? What I mean, because the old football adage is that all the good teams know how to win even when they're not playing well, which you could argue that is what we are doing at the moment. So, or is it, so where do you fall? Is it like, look, you know, we're one of the better teams, we're not playing well, but we're finding a way to win, so big tick? Or is it like, well, we do need to be a little bit worried because we're not playing well?
Again, both. It's a bit of both. It's like, you know, great that we're...
Get off the fence, woman!
No, it's you know, it's good that we're winning even though we're not playing great, but is that what you want? Is that, you know, people are like travelling miles to go and watch their team, you know, win, but they don't want to just, you know, scrape a win. They want, you know,
Win's a win, though.
It is a win, and I'm not disappointed that we've won, because... That'd be really stupid.
I think the thing to take from this is everyone's going to go through bad spells. Teams are all going to go through a bad spell.
Yeah.
If this is our bad spell and we're still winning games, let's look at the last 4 games.
Yeah.
Okay. Norwich, we were poor and we lost. Leicester, we were relatively poor. We should have won it. We let it slip away. We got a draw. QPR, for a big chunk of that game, we were very poor.
Yeah.
We won. Sheffield Wednesday, we were poor for most of the game, and we won. So a lot of people could argue this is our bad spell. But out of that
Should it be happening this, like, close to the end of the season, though?
But in our bad spell...
We're still winning.
We've won 2, drawn 1, and only lost 1.
Okay.
So you could go, well, look, if this is us playing bad... and
what would it be like if we were playing good?
And we've taken 7 points from 12. Some people would kill for that when they're playing well.
Yeah.
So maybe we just need to shut up.
Well, no, because you would, you know, football, you want... I don't know. Like, I do get, like, sometimes the games are going to be boring.
Yes, of course they are.
Although we still get a win from it. But the feeling I felt even though we won the game against QPR last Saturday before, and the Sheffield Wednesday one last Saturday, I felt more excited leaving the QPR game than I did of the Sheffield Wednesday.
Of course you did, because we came from 2-1 down to score 2 injury time goals. I'm not sure them two are comparable.
No, I know, but we still won both of them, and I just feel I'd rather feel like I felt coming out of the QPR game than I did.
Fair point. Yeah, I get you. I get you, but I don't think they're comparable.
No, maybe not.
For what I think is quite obvious reasons. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You would rather feel like you did after QPR than feel like you did after Saturday. Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. Simon Merritt has said sometimes you have to win ugly, which is what you said, and it's very true.
Well, I was quoting Simon.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Shark, he said, I'll take an ugly win any day. Wrexham does have an issue with playing down to the competition, but we'll take the win. Look, Millwall, Bristol City and Ipswich up next in the league.
Millwall. Oh.
Different levels. This is a different level, this 3. Compared to the last 3, this is a different level now. Millwall, Bristol City, Ipswich are either in or around the playoffs at the moment, so we need to... Millwall and Ipswich both at home. Neither of them have beat us this season. We beat Millwall and we drew away at Ipswich. We need to bring it for these 3 games now, because this gives you a good indication of how the rest of your season's going to go. Because it's all well and good beating Sheffield Wednesday and, with some last-minute heroics against, QPR, who are very much mid-table at the moment. And that's all well and good. But if you're serious about making the playoffs, then you need to test your mettle against teams like this. And you need to show that you actually want it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't bring it and show that you want it, each one of these teams will turn you over. Even though Bristol City were atrocious on the weekend. But the 3 of them will turn you over if you're not
and we've got
at the
Ipswich
races
twice in 1 week.
Yes, we do have that. Yeah,
well, we've got them on the Friday and then the following Saturday,
twice in 8 days.
Yeah, kind of.
Look, we're 6th now on 47 points. Win on Saturday and we go 5th. It is scary. We're getting to that point. Look, quick fancy EFL update. In first is Annabelle Wilcox.
Oh, I was going to go for Aveline.
Where you?
Aveline Wilcox.
I went Annabelle because I was just I watched a little video about the doll before we before we were recording. So we've watched lots about the Annabelle doll.
We have.
Lots, way too much for grown adults.
Makes me scared of dolls.
Yeah, there we go. Ian Dougal is 2nd and Ben Parker is still in 3rd. Ian's mounting a charge, but Annabelle is really showing her worth. I think.
I'm so dying to know who Annabelle is.
Yeah, there we go. Look, we got 1 game coming up this week.
Millwall. So it's Saturday the 7th. I had to think for a minute. I couldn't find it on the notes, even though it's the second line down. So Millwall are 30. No. Oh, I've not done that for so long.
Yeah, thanks for hitting me on. But yeah, go on. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, this is our 31st league game of the season, and as I said, it's at home at the Stoke Kairas on Saturday the 7th of February, and kickoff is at the normal time of 3 p.m. They are 5th in the Championship on 50 points, so they're 3 points ahead of us at the moment. Their last 5 league games, they've won 3, drawn 1 and lost 1. Away this season, they've played 14, they've won 5, drawn 5, lost 4.
Their last 5 aways, they've only won 1 out of their last 5, so they've drawn 2 and lost 2 as well.
Did I miss that out? Sorry.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Our away our home record is played 15, we've won 6, drawn 6, lost 3. Our last 5 home games, we've won 2, drawn 2, 1, lost 1. And our last 10 home games is 1-6, drawn 3, lost 1. We last played them on the 30th of August when we beat them 2-0 at the Den. Their top players are...
I love the way that you hand it over.
I can probably announce it. Femi Aziz and Mihailo Ivanovic.
Okay, yeah, you were right to hand it over. Yeah, Femi Aziz, yes, you were pretty close. It's Mihailo Ivanovic. They've both scored 7. Ivanovic scored on the weekend. Yeah, both very good players. We were probably, I would say, lucky on Saturday that Barry Bannon wasn't playing for Sheffield
But not
Wednesday.
lucky because he's now with Millwall.
He's now with Millwall, so if we're going to face him, he orchestrated their comeback, Sheffield Wednesday's comeback, when we played them at the racecourse. You sort of felt like they had enough about them on Saturday that if they had somebody pulling the strings, I did say I was going to talk about a couple of Sheffield Wednesday's players, and I forgot to do it. But they've got a number 8 in the middle. Looks very good, just to praise the players who deserve it. Their number 9 was non-stop all game.
He was,
and fair play to him. He did not stop running. I was quite impressed with him. I think them two, with a Barry Bannon in there, you sort of feel like they might have nicked a draw out of us, or even turned us over if they started cranking up a little bit, with someone like that leading them. But he's left now. He's with Millwall.
We also have another foe.
An old foe.
An old foe that plays for Millwall.
Yeah, Macaulay Langstaff. So he didn't play.
Of Notts County Old.
Yes, he didn't play last time we played them. I think he had like an injury which kept him out for 4 weeks, which coincided with us playing them away. He does play now and again. I wouldn't say he's a regular starter, but he does play.
Do you reckon he'll play on Saturday?
I don't know.
Barry Bannon will definitely play.
I don't think he will,
What, you think he'll come off the bench?
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll have to wait and see. Look, predictions. Predictions from Saturday. So, Sean went 3-0. I went 2-0.
Couldn't be more wrong.
Ended up being 1-0. So, none of us got the prediction right on the weekend. Prediction for Millwall.
I'm going to go a draw. I'm going to go 1-1.
Are you? No, not for me. I'm going to go with a mirror of the first time we played them. I'm going to go for 2-0 Wrexham.
Can I change mine to 1-0?
No. Well, you go with your gut. That's where you go, and your gut's told you 1-1. So stick with your gut.
So you're going 2-0?
I'm going 2-0 Wrexham, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we turn it on when we need to. And I feel like Saturday's the time that we need to.
Okay.
Yeah?
I hope you're right.
So do I.
If you would like to support the show...
That sounded like we'd cut and I just edited that together.
No, we haven't.
No.
I do, because obviously I want a clean sheet and I want a bigger win. So yeah. Anyway, if you would like to support the show, then you can do so in a few different ways. You can like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. It is free to do so. So please, please, please.
When it comes to YouTube as well, you can also hype the video. So basically, if you look for our little logo underneath the picture, keep going across and you'll see a hype button. You can hype us 3 times, and what that does is boost us up in the hype list. The higher you are in the hype list, the more people see your video, the more people watch it. Massively helps us out.
If you enjoy the podcast, if you enjoy the podcast, then why not leave us a 5-star review on whatever platform you listen to us on? Super chat on our YouTube lives, which we do after most games.
Karen was somebody who actually supported the show on our YouTube live this week, so massive thank you to Karen.
She also put on a post saying that she loved us.
Yeah, well, she's right too. I'm joking.
We love you too. You and Mark, we love you both very, very much.
Sorry.
What were you going to say?
You can also buy us a coffee, and you do that by visiting buymeacoffee.com/me the wife. Yeah, if you want to contact us, YouTube, just comment on the video and we'll see it. Yeah, do that. If you're listening as a podcast, there is contact the show at the bottom of the description, or we're on social media at MeTheWifePod, or you can email us methewife and wrexhamafc@gmail.com. Quick shout out for Dragon Chat. So it's a mental health peer support group. They run 2 weekly Zoom calls. One is on a Monday at 8 p.m. That is for women. The other is at 7 p.m. on a Thursday, and that's for men. If you want to get on these calls, the best way to do so is go to the Wrexham AFC website, go to the communities tab, scroll to health, and you'll find Dragon Chat in there. Alternatively, the details of how to get on the calls are in the description of this and every episode that we've ever released on YouTube. Quiz time.
2 Club City.
2 Club City. We obviously played Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday, which is a 2 Club City. It is a city that has 2 professional football clubs, not just random clubs, 2 professional football clubs. How well do you think you know other cities with 2 professional clubs?
Oh, I have no idea. My geography's rubbish, so probably not great.
I don't think you need good geography for this. You just need to know whether the city has 2 professional clubs.
Is this any league as well?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, my Christ.
So we're going to start easy, and it will get harder. So question 1 should be a banker 1 point. Okay. You just need, there's no pressure. Trust me, it's a banker. Okay. It's not Manchester or anything like that. It's not that easy, but it's still fairly easy. So all you need to answer for each one of these is 1 club or 2 clubs. Okay? Yes? You get it?
Yeah.
Give me the thumbs up. Right. Question 1. Nottingham.
Notts County.
You don't need to name them. You could just tell me if it's 1 club or 2 clubs.
Oh, 2.
Yeah, you'd think that, wouldn't you? No, it is 2. I'm joking. Yeah, 2. So that's Nottingham Forest and Notts County.
I think I should get a bonus if I can name them.
I obviously know you knew them because you were going to answer. Let's do that. Let's allow the quiz to evolve. So this will be out of 10 instead of 5. Okay? So I will say you've got 3.
Mm-hmm.
No, hang on.
A bonus point if I name both of them.
So you're
2.
You're on 2. Okay,
Yes.
right. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Edinburgh.
Oh, Christ. 1.
Okay. Name it.
Rangers.
Glasgow Rangers, you mean?
Damn.
Okay, you sure you want to do this club thing?
No.
Should we go back?
Yeah.
Recycle
5.
back. You can try and name them.
Yeah.
For fun. But
Well, no, if I get them, I get a bonus point.
what? Hang on a minute. What?
No, we're not doing that at 10. Just if I manage it.
You're just changing the whole dynamics.
I'm
of
not.
this.
Edinburgh, I've no idea.
Okay. So there's 2 clubs in Edinburgh. You don't know who they are, though.
Celtic?
That is also Glasgow.
No.
So Glasgow is Rangers and Celtic.
Okay.
Edinburgh is...
Hibernian?
Okay.
Hibernian? The team that Stephen Fletcher played for.
That's not what they're called, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. So it's Hearts and Hibernian.
Oh, Hibernian. Not Hibernian.
No, I'm not sure what you said, but it's Hibernian.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Okay, so that's 2.
Yeah.
So you didn't get that one.
No.
Okay. Question 3. Amsterdam. Oh, yeah, we're going further afield, baby.
No idea.
Well, it's just guessing 1 or 2, isn't it? That's fine.
Oh, 1.
Correct. Do you want to name the one?
Amsterdam United.
It is not. You will know them.
No.
No. Okay. It is 1. It's Ajax. Ajax is in Amsterdam.
Okay. Take your word for it.
4. Rome.
1.
Name them.
No.
Okay. You're wrong, but one of the names is, if you say, let's say Rome, Let's say you just changed one letter in Rome.
Oh, Roma.
Roma is one team, yes. The other one is Lazio. Lazio are also
I think
based.
this quiz is very unfair.
It's a simple quiz. You made it more difficult. All you had to do for each one
I thought it was going to be better than this.
all you had to do was to say one or two.
Okay.
You made it more complicated.
Okay.
So I don't think you've done very well here, have you?
No, I've got one.
You got one. Okay.
I've got one.
Question 5. Barcelona.
2.
Name them.
Barcelona.
Okay. No.
No idea.
But you reckon there's 2 clubs in Barcelona?
No, there's just the one. It's just Barcelona. I don't know. Just 2. 2.
It is 2. It's Barcelona and Espanyol are both based in Barcelona. So there, you did all right. You got 2 out of 5. You made the quiz more complicated to try and gather more points.
Because I thought they were going to be English clubs. I thought it was going to be like Liverpool, Everton, Man United, Man City.
Yeah, I know, but that's just too easy, isn't it? If I said to you Manchester and you go Man United, Man City, how is that a quiz? That's not a quiz. It's just reciting stuff, isn't it?
Well, it would make me feel better.
Yes, okay. All right then. Well, sort of well done.
That was atrocious, that quiz, I have to say. So
Yeah.
please do not do another quiz involving other countries.
Can I be honest with you? I tried to make it simple for you.
Well, it was rubbish.
But Thank you so much. I'm glad I worked so hard on these things.
Well,
Yeah.
take
well,
note.
There you go.
I'm not as clever as you think I am.
Look, we hope we've had a good transfer window. And we've got some of the players in that maybe we've named earlier on.
All 3 of them?
All 3 of them. Maybe none of them. Who knows? Who knows what's going on at the club at the moment? So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, because this is the time where clubs really strengthen to a point where they
mean business.
They mean business, yeah. And if you get this window wrong, you could just end up mid-table, not really playing for anything. So, whether we make the playoffs or not is, stop doing that. You're putting me off.
Sorry.
Whether we make the playoffs or not, what you want is for it to be exciting.
Yeah. And at this moment in time, it's exciting.
It is, because it's will we, won't we? Oh, we're in the playoffs. We could go up to 5th. Oh, if we beat, the team that we're playing next week. Oh, they've got a game in hand. We've got. It is exciting when you're languishing. Not really in a, you're safe from relegation, but the playoffs are quite far ahead of you. You're just sort of playing week in, week out for a mid-table finish, which I know most Wrexham fans would be more than happy with, a mid-table finish. But you need a bit of excitement in your season, don't you? And the way that the season's unfolding, we're definitely getting that at the moment. I'm not saying we're going to make the playoffs come the end of the season, but it's exciting to think that maybe we could be in the mix, I think, at the moment. So, look, enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Join us roughly an hour before kickoff. We will do our live on Saturday outside the ground. We haven't done one before.
Are we still doing the pre-games?
I don't know.
I don't enjoy the pre-games.
Okay.
No, I just think...
I tell you what, then. Let's not debate it. Let's scrap them for now.
Nah.
And then we'll see if we get people going, no, we really like them.
Okay.
And then maybe we'll bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
We will do a prediction video outside the ground before the game. We'll do a prediction video. If the lineup's out, we might throw the lineup in, maybe. But probably just the prediction video pre-game. And then we'll do the full sort of like taking comments and talking about the game after the game. Anyone's got a problem with that, let us know.
Speak to me.
Speak to Shan. Yeah. Look, enjoy the rest of your week, guys, and we'll see you. Bye.
Bye-bye.